Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Um, whew, good morning. Good morning. Today is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice because I'm in it. Amen. 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 Good morning. Good morning. Well, as you can see, you caught me in the J Chronicles and in the car. Um, Days moving fast, and I wanted to make sure that I took the time out to get another devotional this morning. And thank you for letting us into your homes, your cars, workouts, wherever you're at, whether you're watching us live on record. We do appreciate you. We want to make sure that you guys know you are loved. Amen. Amen. All right. Well, just get us started. This is Calvary Hawthorne's devotional channel, where I'm Brother Jay sitting in for Pastor Hosea. And our goal and our mission is to help you discover, embrace, to become what God has called you to be. And so, what I want to make sure what we're doing is doing our due diligence to make sure we are doing what we're supposed to be doing. Amen. Amen. Well, let's get into it. We were just talking about Solomon and Ecclesiastics. If you missed us yesterday, hopefully everybody had a good holiday. But we were talking about Solomon and Ecclesiastics, and we were talking about how he understood that there was no meaning in what he was doing. He went and he tried to find meaning in something. He said, and in Ecclesiastics 2, verses 10 and 11, he talks about how he left no stone unturned. He did everything, whether it was with his hands, whether it was with his life. He did everything, and he was a wise man. He understood things, he knew things, he did things. He started to really grasp the fact of, man, I'm out here living, and all this stuff is temporary. This stuff doesn't even mean nothing. And I know in chapter 1, I think he talked about how the things that he does, other people are going to gain from, because once he's gone, it's going to get turned over to like another king. It's going to get turned over to somebody else, and now they can reap what I've done. And so he's just like, yo, all this stuff is temporary. And where we'll get to today is, and we're just going to be brief, but where we'll get to today is just what he concluded with. So chapter 2, now we're jumping into chapter 12, basically. Ecclesiastics is a wonderful book. If you haven't read it, I do suggest, if you're looking for something to read, just to read. It's just words of wisdom, and it's words of just helping you understand, like, the things that he understood. That's also where we find a season, a time, and a place. And so, things happen. And so for me, looking at this thing, it's like, man, he's right. When you really go back and when you really try to figure out the meaning of something, right? Like, when you go back and figure out the meaning of life, when you try to figure out the meaning for your kids, the meaning for, it's like, it's those things where it's like, I got to do my best with what I have in the moment, because it can be gone in an instant. And so I think it's important for us to just hone in. So that list that you made, if you made it, where's God in that list? Because what he concluded with, once you get to chapter, is that the only thing you need to do is fear God and stick to his commandments. That's what it boils down to. Those things don't pass away. Those things are what are golden. Those things are what we're here for. And so with the list, it's like, okay, cool. Where's God in that list? When I put sports down, where's God inside of sports? Sports is going to come, sports is going to go. Where's God inside of sports? Where is God inside of family? Where is God inside of mentoring? You know what I mean? Like, once you start to put God in it, you'll find out that the foundation just ends up being a little bit stronger. Where's God inside my relationship? Any relationship. Because that's what's going to hold that relationship together now, right? If God's inside of there, then that means we have the same principles. That means we're following the same lines. We have to hold ourselves accountable to the same things. But when God's not in there on either side, those relationships look a little different. And so we'll talk more about it tonight, but I just wanted to put a pin in that list now. Where's God? Because as we're supposed to cast our burdens on God, cast our troubles, cast our cares, we're also supposed to cast our desires on him as well. He will give you the desires of your heart. It's just where does that desire fall? Over in Matthew, it talks about seek first the kingdom, and all these things should be added to you. But if I can't seek him first, if I can't open up myself to give him the things that I desire, if I can't open up myself to even have him in the mix, what am I doing? Or is this desire more of the lusty desire, the temporary desire that, God's not in? So to Solomon's point, it will be temporary, and you won't find any kind of meaning in it. And so for me, it's just, like I said, let's start to find meaning in the things that we do. Let's start to make sure God is in the things that we do. And so as we begin to embark on discovering and embracing to become, again, part of the discovery is finding meaning. Yesterday, we understood that things are meaningless. And that's a starting point, because once you realize what's meaningless, you'll realize what's meaningful to you. And once you start realizing how to get to meaningful, which is what we're doing right now, and putting God into it and making sure God is surrounded and God's got it taken care of and God is in there some way, now discovery has begun. And now we can begin to embrace what we have just discovered. Understood? So that's just the tidbit, that's the tidbit. And so this isn't, an attack. This isn't saying you can't have certain things. This isn't saying that God doesn't want you to have what he wants you to have. Not at all. This is just basically letting you know, let's just put things in the right order. Let's just properly apply these things. Let's properly do what we need to do so that God can be in the midst, so that God can give us the desires of our heart. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Psalms 34, trust in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. Amen. Amen. So one of the things we have to do is make sure that God is in the midst. He has to be in the midst. He has to be in the midst. So again, write that list out. Now, tonight, what I want you to do is with that list, if God ain't nowhere in there, it's time to get rid of it. All right. Or pray about it. If it's truly in your heart, pray about it and ask God, where does this fit in? Or does it fit in? And again, we'll talk about it, but part of what we got to do in order to discover and embrace is we got to get rid of the emotions. All right. And that's the hard one. So you're going to want to come on down tonight potentially to understand that one. But that's the hard one, is getting rid of the emotions. Because a lot of us are on emotional roller coasters with these desires and these wants and these different things that we can't control ourselves. So, yes, if God ain't in it, let it go. Amen. Amen. Well, I will see you guys tonight. We will talk about a lot of different things, but hopefully if you could join me tonight. If not, I'll see you online. And if I don't see you online, then I will see you tomorrow at the same time. And as always, I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. And yeah, man, let's go out and have a good day and begin to find meaning. Find meaning all around yourself. And when you find meaning, make sure God is the source and in the center of it. Amen. Amen. Well, until next time, I will see you guys.